Hey, what's up you guys? It's MCLegoboy here with my custom Aqua Raider set Stingray Assault. So, yeah, part of a contest on MOCpages in the contest group. I started this contest and it was design a Lego set. And so what people had to do was design a Lego set, but it had to be from an existing theme. It could have been retired or it could have been currently being used, but it had to follow all of Lego's rules and stuff like that. I decided to enter for fun. I knew that this was like this was just too insane, but you know it worked. Stingray was a creature that they never used in Aqua Raiders, and unfortunately it was never all that popular, I guess, which was too bad because I loved them. But you know, Stingray, they'd never made one of those. Whenever I was first thinking of an idea, this was already kind of in place, but I needed some sort of monster. And the things that came to mind were an eel, a stingray, or a jellyfish, all of which kind of had paralyzing qualities, but jellyfish, I would think, would need some glow-in-the-dark type stuff to really make it cool, and an eel, I had the parts to make it, but I think it would have looked too much like the Vikings' Midgard serpent, or whatever it's called, and I would have basically just used those pieces, but I didn't think that was going to work too well. But Stingray, that worked perfectly. It was awesome. So I'm gonna try not to talk too much about this. It is a custom set, so you can't really buy it. I'm not gonna go too in depth, but also part of the rules was it had to be like a Lego set, to where it had a bunch of playable features, or it had some sort of play feature. So we're going to take a break, swap out the battery on this, and then we're just going to go right in and go in the order that I think that it would have been packaged in bags. So let's do it. All right. So also, if you guys haven't noticed, we are not in our usual setup. We're in the living room because nobody's home, and I've cleared off this white table and white wall. I could not get it to fit in frame in my little studio area. I mean, there's so much to this set. So yeah, I think the price of this set would be somewhere in the $70 to $90 range, about the same price as the Aqua base attack. So anyway, Stingray Assault, we're going to just start off and move some stuff out of the way first. Alright, so the first thing that you'd end up building in a bag of these guys would be the little mini sub and these stingrays. I wanted to throw in the little stingrays just to really add some more suspense and action. So our big stingray has got babies, so they're not too important because they're all just one piece. Here we've got the mini sub. I tried to include the characters that I really enjoyed the most. So the guy with oh goodness, let's adjust our lighting so where we can get this guy all lit. Come on, focus. There we go. I really liked this guy's face. He just kind of looked cool. He was a young guy, and just I think it's the whole aftershave, the messed up hair, and kind of the way that mouth is. He just kind of looks cool. He's young, but he's intense looking. So kind of cool looking. Like most little mini subs, we had 2 harpoon guns on there, but this was just a fun little design. There is no way to really propel it. It's kind of weird. There's no thing that shoots out water or has a propeller thing on there, but we used same pieces. Like I tried to build most of the sub stuff from not taking pieces from my collection of pieces. I tried to just take them straight from the set, so all of the pieces could be in the same year style and stuff like that. But just a fun little sub thing, and we put on a light for added features and whatnot. So there you go. We've got our dude, and he's ready to stab some guys with a harpoon gun. Alright, the next stuff in here would be this little rock thing and this guy. This guy is actually going to be returning, but we gave him a little jackhammer. Kind of like the Angler Ambush set, but this guy I kind of liked because he had a beard, because, you know, beards are cool. So, yeah, this guy, he will be returning for the tank sub mobile base thing. I have no idea what to call that thing. It's not the name of the set, so yeah. But anyway, you've got your dude, and he's there. Somewhere I read that the operators took place in the Bermuda Triangle, and we've had stuff with airplanes missing in the Bermuda Triangle. So I threw in this 1940s style aviation headgear on a skeleton. So we've got Mr. Skeleton guarding these rocks. This is from the Tiger Shark attack. This was kind of cool. I really like those. And then the Angler Ambush set actually came with a little feature where you had coins inside, and you pushed a little lever and a thing popped up. Well, I've put a few holes in there so you could see what was inside, but you couldn't get to it. And so you do this, and then on the inside you've got the two crystal pieces that were from the Lobster Strike set. So that's fun. So we have our first main feature of something happening. Yeah. And then we move on to the Stingray, who also has a bunch of features, not finkers or whatever it is. Oh, come on. There we go. Got all the clear pieces off there. I'm not going to worry about these clear pieces anymore after this. This guy is so much fun. Yeah, totally. The eyes, I would think if this was actually made into a set, I think the eyes would be more up here. Because if you look at the little Stingray piece, I wasn't really basing this off of an actual Stingray. But you can see that there's an eye hole there, kind of above where the nice large wing flipper things are. I don't know what these things are called. I guess fins or wings. I mean, they're kind of weird creatures. But anyway, but I kind of gave it more of a manta ray look, just because that's what most people are familiar with whenever you think of a Stingray. So, yeah, this little section, there's a hole there. That's because of how I've got the eyes on there. But other than that, not too much more about the head. The wings, all these things are posable with clip hinges. Very good, fun, and whatnot. Gave them some red stripes on there just to add some more detail. This is probably my favorite out of all of the little dorsal fin type things on the Stingray, just because of how I was able to get this to work. By the way, these are train pieces. I don't know if they still use them or not. They might. But, I mean, it worked to get a nice smooth body on top of the Stingray. And then we're going to save the tail for last, because that's the coolest part. But here we've got little gills, and we've got this thing right there that opens and closes, so we have a mouth. It looks a little weird from the side, but I mean, you're not gonna see it often. You're more focused on the top and everything. Now we get to the tail, and the tail is so awesome. We've got this little thing right here that lets it move. We've got hinges like all over the place, so you can pose this in any position that you want. My favorite is to have it be one there and one there. No, one there. It gives it a little more of a graceful thing look, and then also this thing can turn, so you can actually have it be like that, and you can have this guy swoosh around. I've had so much fun with this guy, dude. It's so much fun. It's so swooshable, and yeah, it's awesome. Put some trans red right there, and there, and there. So the tips of his wing flipper things and his tail have the little poison stuff on there. Got a nice little whatchamading-it. I don't know what it's called. I thought that thing went in for. There we go. Always looked weird to me, but anyway, yeah, tail is a little loose because it's got all these little hinge pieces, but yeah, this thing's awesome. So, and yeah, the Stingray definitely is the best part about this set. I mean, it's so awesome. So anyway, we will now move on to this sub. And here it is. Yeah, giant tank sub thing. It's pretty intense. This top part can move around, and it can actually... Ooh, that's not good. And it can actually separate from the bottom if you do it right. There we go. And we're going to talk about that later. But yeah, here's the main sub tank mobile base thing. I don't know. But if you take that, you can get this guy out of here. This guy was one of my favorites. He had like the mutton chops or whatever for a beard and facial hair and stuff like that. He looks so awesome. He's got cheekbones and stuff like that. Yeah, he's so cool looking. Yeah. On the inside of this area, you can kind of see you've got controls in there. So, and then we also have little levers and stuff like that. So let's get him back inside. There we go. We've also got these things. Like, that was all out of frame. Wow. Oh my gosh. I had a little lever that broke off. But lights, they're a little positional. They're not supposed to be, but, these things... Ooh, that's not good. These things... Stop it. These things are posable. That's basically all I wanted to show you with that. This door opens. And... not really for any particular reason. It's just so you can kind of see the engine on the inside, which you can't really see on the inside. I can see it on the inside, but, there just isn't a good angle to show you guys. Did that help? Yeah, there you go. So, it's just a little peek in at the engine that's in there. That probably should be a whole lot bigger. But, this door opens. It can open. Really, it doesn't help. Doesn't do much. This section can come off, and on the inside, we've got places to clip all of your stuff. And this is where this guy comes in, because you can actually take off the helmet, replace it with the beanie that's in there, and take off all of his gear and clip it in there and everything like that. He's also, well, he can also be the little technician guy or something. I don't know. There really is no purpose for him to have a wrench and a little hammer, but who cares? I mean, it's all for fun and imagination, stuff like that. And the movable treads, it's cool. And now we finally get to one of the coolest functions, like the weirdest looking thing in here, but one of the coolest functions is the detachable sub. So yeah, we gave him arms and stuff like that. This thing can rotate. I have no idea what this thing should be called. It's like a taser gun thing. I don't know. The Aqua Raiders, they've got these spears and stuff everywhere. Come on, move. We've got like all these little spears and everything, and we never use them to shoot anything. Like, we've got these spears and tritons and stuff, and I have no idea. So I just kind of made it some sort of taser type gun. So that's cool. We've got, these things are positionable. This is positionable. We've also got little flaps right there. Kind of some oxygen tanks. It's a very weird looking ship, or little sub. I mean, it really, yeah, it looks so weird, but, oh yeah, we also got some little lights up there. But probably the coolest function in here, and it's based off of Jango Fett's Slave 1. There's a little magnet in here, and it's very hard to see. By the way, let's just get the view of the face in there. This guy was also one of my favorites. He just looked so angry and mad and everything. It was awesome. But in here, there's a little magnet, and it's hard to see. I mean, it really is hard to see. But it's in there. And when this thing goes down, the magnet connects in. I've got a plate over the top of a magnet, but yeah. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. There we go. So yes, we got little propellers and everything spinning around. We've got this stuff in there. The arms are still positionable, or posable, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, kind of some attack grinder saw thing, I guess. If you really wanted to, you could just take it to this thing and just go, meh. Try and get it to work, even though it wouldn't. And then taser type thing, but then you can actually go after the Stingray and just kind of follow it around. So, but thanks to magnets and gravity kind of holding this down, it also kind of clips in. That's why this area is popping out like that. The magnet actually flips around inside, and we've got one of these doors that can't be opened. It kind of sits in between there. It's so hard to explain, but it's definitely in there. And it can just clip in and spin around like crazy. So, anyway, this has been MCLegoboy with my custom Aqua Raiders set, Stingray Assault. Let's see if we can get everybody back in there. And we're just going to get Mr. Stingray back in here just for fun. We're not going to give him clear bricks. And yes, this is an Aqua Raiders review. And so we had to have the very infamous trusty, rusty clear bricks. So anyway, this is MCLegoboy. See you guys.